After the age of 50, most people believe they know their body very well. They think everything they feel is normal and just a part of getting older. They tell themselves this is how life is now: less energy, less strength, and more tiredness. But what if that is not the complete truth? What if your body is actually trying to send you warning signs and you are simply ignoring them again and again? The reality is your body always speaks to you, but it does not shout it. Whispers. It gives you small signals, subtle feelings, moments that seem normal but are not. And one of the most important times your body reveals these signals is right before intimacy. This is the moment when your body comes under slight physical and emotional stress. Your heart rate changes, your blood flow increases, your breathing adjusts for a healthy body. This is normal, but after the age of 50, this same moment can reveal hidden problems. Problems you did not even know exist. And the most dangerous part is, these problems do not come with loud warnings. They do not stop you. Suddenly, they do not always cause strong pain. Instead, they show up as small changes: a little pressure in your chest, a slight feeling of heaviness, a moment of unusual tiredness. Maybe your breath feels a little different. Maybe your body feels a little weak. And what do most people do? They ignore it. They say it is nothing. They say it is just age. They say they will rest and it will go away. But this is where the biggest mistake happens, because these small changes are not random. They can be your body trying to tell you that something inside is not working the way it should. Your heart may be under stress. Your blood pressure may not be stable. Your body may not be getting enough oxygen. But since the signal is small, you decide to ignore it, and when you ignore it, once you ignore it again and again, until one day your body is forced to give you a much bigger warning, and by that time the problem may already be serious. This is why understanding these early signs is so important, because your body always gives you a chance to notice, a chance to act, a chance to protect yourself, but only if you are paying attention. Most people never connect these feelings with their health. They do not realize that what they experience in these moments can be linked to their heart, their blood flow, and their overall condition. They think it is just a temporary feeling, but temporary does not always mean safe. Sometimes it is the first warning, and if you are over 50. This is something you cannot afford to ignore, because at this stage of life, your body does not recover the same way. Small problems can grow faster, and hidden issues can become dangerous without warning. But the good news is your body still protects you. It still sends signals. It still tries to guide you. You just need to understand what those signals mean. In this video, you are going to learn about 5 very important warning signs. Signs that many people experience but very few take seriously. Signs that can help you understand your body better, and most importantly, signs that can help you avoid serious health problems. Make sure you watch this carefully, because the last sign is one of the most dangerous, and many people ignore it without realizing the risk. Your health is in your hands, and what you learn today may protect you tomorrow. Now let us begin with the first warning sign. Number 1. Unusual chest. Discomfort. This is one of the most important signals your body can give you, and also one of the most commonly ignored. When people hear the word chest problem, they imagine severe pain, sharp and unbearable, but in reality, most warning signs do not feel like that. In many cases, it is not even pain. It can feel like pressure, a heavy sensation, a tight feeling in the chest. Sometimes it may feel like something is sitting on your chest. Other times it may just feel slightly uncomfortable, and because it is not very strong, people ignore it. They tell themselves this is just gas, this is just stress, this is nothing. But this is where the risk begins. Your chest is home to your heart, and your heart is one of the most important organs in your body. When your heart is under stress, it does not always shout, it sends small signals first. These small signals can appear during moments when your body is starting to become more active, like right before intimacy. At that moment, your heart rate starts to increase, your blood flow changes, your body prepares for activity for a healthy heart. This is normal, but if there is any problem, your body may struggle to handle this change, and that struggle can show up as chest discomfort. This does not mean something bad will happen immediately, but it does mean your body is trying to tell you something. Sometimes this can be related to blood flow. If your arteries are narrowed, your heart may not get enough oxygen. When your body demands more energy, your heart has to work harder, has to. And if it cannot keep up, it may send you a signal. That signal can be pressure or heaviness. Another possibility is blood pressure after the age of 50. Blood pressure can change without clear symptoms. You may feel fine most of the time, but during moments of activity, your blood pressure may rise or become unstable, and that can create an unusual feeling in your chest. The important thing to understand is this: your body rarely gives a big warning first. It starts small. It gives you a chance to notice, a chance to pay attention. But most people miss that chance. They continue with their routine. They ignore the signal. And over time, the problem can grow. This does not mean every chest feeling is serious, but it does mean you should never ignore something that feels different, especially if it happens more than once. If you notice that this feeling comes back or happens during certain moments, that is your body trying to communicate with you. You should take a moment, stop, and listen. Ask yourself, is this normal for me? If the answer is no, then it deserves attention. Another thing many people do is they wait for the pain to become strong. They think if it is not severe, it is not important. But this is a dangerous way of thinking, because many serious conditions start without strong pain. The body does not always follow the rules we expect. It gives signs in its own way, and sometimes those signs are very quiet. Chest discomfort is one of those quiet signals. It may come and go. It may not last long, but it should never be ignored if you experience this kind of feeling. The best step is not to panic. The best step is to be aware. Make a note of it. Notice when it happens. Notice how your body feels, and most importantly, do not hide it from yourself. Many people know something feels wrong, but they choose not to think about it. They distract themselves. They hope it will go away. But hope is not a strategy. Awareness is if you pay attention early, you give yourself the power to act early. And early action can make a big difference. Your body is not your enemy. It is your protector when it sends you a signal. It is trying to help you, but it can only help you if you are willing to listen. So remember this: any unusual chest feeling, any pressure, any heaviness should never be ignored after the age of 50. It does not mean you should be afraid. It means you should be aware, because awareness is the first step to protection. And protection starts with understanding your body. Now let us move to the next warning sign. Sign number 2, shortness of breath. This is one of the most common signs people experience, and also one of the most misunderstood. Many people believe that breathing changes are normal with age. They think feeling a little out of breath is just a sign of getting older, but there is a difference between normal and warning. When your breathing changes slowly over time, that can be related to fitness or lifestyle. But when you suddenly feel like you cannot take a full breath, or your breathing becomes quicker without a clear reason, that is not something you should ignore, especially if this happens right before intimacy. At that moment, your body starts preparing for activity. Your heart begins to pump faster. Your body demands more oxygen for a healthy system. This process feels natural and smooth. But if your body struggles to keep up, you may notice changes in your breathing. You may feel like you are not getting enough air. You may take deeper or faster breaths. You may even feel a slight panic without understanding why. And this is where most people make a mistake. They ignore it. They say to themselves, "I am just tired. I need more exercise." This is normal, but your body may be telling you something else. Your heart and lungs work together. When your heart pumps blood properly, your body receives the oxygen it needs. But if your heart is not working efficiently, your body may not get enough oxygen, and when that happens, your breathing changes. This can be one of the earliest signs that something is not right. Another important point is this: shortness of breath does not always feel extreme. It can be very mild, just a slight change, just a feeling that something is different. And because it is not strong, people ignore it. But your body does not always give loud warnings. It starts quietly. It gives you small hints, and it expects you to notice them if you experience this kind of breathing change. Pay attention to when it happens. Does it happen only during certain moments? Does it happen again and again? These patterns matter. They help you understand what your body is trying to say. Another thing to remember is that after the age of 50, your body does not adapt as quickly. What your body handled easily before may now require more effort. But that does not mean sudden changes are normal. Sudden changes always deserve attention. Some people also experience a feeling of tightness in the chest along with breathing changes. Others may feel light pressure or even slight dizziness. These combined signals can be even more important because they show that your body is struggling to maintain balance. This is why awareness is so important. You do not need to panic, but you should not ignore it either. The best approach is to stay calm, observe your body, and take note of what you feel. If something feels new, if something feels different, that is your signal to pay attention. Another common mistake people make is comparing themselves to others. They think others my age also feel this way. So it must be normal, but every body is different. Your health, your history, and your condition are unique. What is normal for someone else may not be normal for you. This is why you must focus on your own body, your own feelings, your own signals. If your body is telling you something, you should listen because ignoring it will not make it go away. In fact, ignoring it can make it worse over time. Shortness of breath is not just a simple feeling. It can be a message that your body needs attention, a message that something may require care. And the earlier you notice it, the better your chances of staying healthy. Remember this. Your body is always working to keep you safe. It does not try to harm you when it sends you a signal. It is trying to protect you, but you must be willing to listen. So if you ever feel that your breathing is not normal, if you feel that something has changed, do not ignore it. Take it as a sign to slow down, a sign to pay attention, a sign to take care of your health. This small awareness can make a big difference, and sometimes it can help you prevent a serious problem. Now let us move to the next warning sign. Sign number 3, sudden fatigue or weakness. This is one of the most confusing signs because many people think it is normal. They believe feeling tired is just part of getting older. But there is a big difference between normal tiredness and a warning signal. Normal tiredness builds over time, after a long day or after work. But this kind of fatigue is different. It comes suddenly without warning, and it feels unusual. You may feel like your energy drops instantly, like your body does not want to continue. Some people describe it as a heavy feeling. Others say it feels like their strength disappears. And this can happen right before intimacy when your body is preparing for activity. It needs energy. It needs strength. It needs proper blood flow. But if something is not working correctly, your body may struggle, and that struggle can show up as sudden fatigue. This is your body trying to protect you. It is basically saying slow down. Something is not right, but many people ignore this signal. They push through it. They think they just need more rest. But this is not always about rest. Sometimes it is about your heart. Sometimes it is about your blood circulation. Sometimes it is about how your body is handling stress. When your body does not get enough oxygen or energy, it tries to conserve what it has, and that creates a feeling of weakness. This is not a random feeling. It is a response to something happening inside your body. Another important thing to understand is this kind of fatigue can be very subtle. It may not stop you completely. It may just make you feel less active, and because it is not very strong, you may ignore it, but your body does not need to shout to be serious. Small signals can still mean big things. If you notice this kind of fatigue, pay attention to the timing. Does it happen? Suddenly, does it feel different from your normal energy level? These details are important. They help you understand what your body is trying to tell you. Another common mistake people make is blaming everything on age. They say, I am over 50. Of course I feel tired, but age alone does not explain sudden changes. Sudden changes always have a reason, and your body is trying to show you that reason. Some people also experience a combination of signs. They may feel fatigue along with shortness of breath or fatigue along with a slight chest discomfort. When multiple signals appear together, it becomes even more important to pay attention because your body is sending a stronger message. This is not something to be afraid of, but it is something to take seriously. The goal is not to panic. The goal is to be aware. Awareness gives you control. It allows you to take action before things get worse. Your body is always trying to maintain balance. When it fails to do that, it sends you signals. Sudden fatigue is one of those signals. It is your body asking you to pause, to listen, to pay attention. If you ignore it, you may miss the chance to protect yourself, but if you listen, you can take steps to improve your health. Remember this: your energy level is a reflection of your internal health. When your body feels strong, it usually means things are working well. But when your energy drops suddenly, it can be a sign that something needs attention. So do not ignore this feeling. Do not assume it is normal. Take it as a signal that your body is trying to guide you. And when you start listening to your body, you start protecting your future. Now let us move to the final 2 warning signs. Sign number 4: dizziness or lightheadedness. This is a signal that many people do not take seriously. They feel a little unstable, a little off balance, and they think it is nothing, but your balance is controlled by your brain, and your brain depends on a steady blood flow. When your body fails to maintain that flow, you may feel dizziness. This can happen suddenly without any clear reason. You may feel like the room is moving, or you may feel light in your head. Some people describe it as a moment where they feel disconnected. This is not something you should ignore because it can be linked to blood pressure changes or heart-related issues. When your body comes under even slight stress, it needs to keep everything in balance. But if that balance is disturbed, your brain will notice first, and it will send you a signal. That signal is dizziness. Another important thing to understand is this: dizziness does not always last long. It may come and go quickly, and that is exactly why people ignore it. They think it was just a moment, it is gone now. But even a short moment can be important, because your body does not send signals without a reason. If you experience this, pay attention to when it happens. Does it happen during certain moments? Does it come with other feelings? These details matter. They help you see the bigger picture now. Let us talk about the final and most important sign. Sign number 5: irregular heartbeat. This is one of the strongest signals your body can give you. Your heart has a natural rhythm. It should be steady, consistent, and balanced. But sometimes you may feel that your heart is beating differently. It may feel faster than normal. It may feel like it is skipping a beat, or it may feel uneven. This is not something you should ignore because your heart rhythm is directly connected to your health. When your heart does not beat properly, your body may not receive blood in a balanced way. This can affect your energy, your breathing, and your overall condition. Some people feel this as a sudden awareness of their heart. Others feel a strange sensation in their chest, and many people ignore it. They think it will go away. But your heart does not change its rhythm without a reason. It is a signal that something may need attention. When this happens, you should not panic, but you should not ignore it. Either you should take it seriously. Now that you have learned all 5 warning signs, the most important question is, what should you do? Next, the answer is simple. You need to start listening to your body. Your body is always communicating with you. It gives you signs before a problem becomes serious, but most people ignore these signs. They wait until something big happens. You do not need to wait. You can act early if you notice any of these warning signs. Take a moment. Stop, pay attention, and do not ignore what you feel. This does not mean you should be afraid. It means you should be aware. Awareness is the first step to protection, and protection can save your health. Talk to a doctor. Get yourself checked. Early action can make a huge difference. It can help you avoid serious problems. It can help you live a healthier life. Remember this: your health is your responsibility. No one knows your body better than you, and when your body speaks, you should listen. If you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe, Share this video with your family and friends because this knowledge can help someone stay safe. Stay aware, stay strong, and take care of your health.